So look, you clicked on this video because you actually want to make more money. Screw everything else for a second. You want to actually know what actions to do in order to make more money. And I know you've seen all of these videos of gurus talking about their morning routines, the morning routine of a millionaire, and then really what it is like 20 minutes of grounding, then like 30 minutes of sunning their balls, and then like 30 minutes of sauna, an ice plunge, and then backflips, whatever the hell it is. And all this stuff equals like 2 hours. And you're here like, I just want to make some damn money with the business. And you may have thought the same thing, like how is ice plunging and backflips and sauna and sunning balls making me more money? And the truth is, it doesn't make you any more money at all. Like, no more. So I'm actually going to tell you exactly what I do personally. And if you don't know me, my name is Joe. I built an agency to 40 grand a month and also work with 50 other agency owners currently. So let's walk you through my exact anti-routine that will make you a lot more money if you simply just follow it. The truth is, I don't have a routine other than 1, a consistent bedtime, and 2, consistent time frame when I work. And so many people on the internet, and this is the reason I'm making this video, claim that it's a secret routine or whatever the hell it is, their ice bath, ice sauna, whatever. It's just really distractions. And that's what I'm going to try to stress to you in this video. If you're starting a business or starting an agency specifically, these are all just distractions disguising as productivity. I'm going to introduce you now to a concept called output thinking. So my whole structure for my whole day is simply encouraging behaviors that encourage me in my biology to work harder on the things I actually have to work on and discourage behaviors that prevent me from working. Okay, so we're encouraging the good stuff and discouraging the bad stuff. This is the foundation to any good routine at all when we're starting businesses, because if you think about it for a second here, let's be real. If there's any other mechanism to growing a business than these 3 things, please tell me, because these are really the only 3 things that businesses grow off. It is making advertising better, it is making sales better, and it is 3, making your service better that you're providing for clients. These are the 3. Every single action you take in your day should be filtered through in order to grow a business. And there is nothing outside of these 3 activities that grow the damn business. And even things that you may object to this right here, like company culture or setting up your softwares, automating things, hiring top talent, these are all contributing to improving these 3 things. If you think about it, hiring cold callers is making your advertising better. If you're hiring a CSM, a client success manager, is making your service better. If you're hiring sales reps, making your conversion rate better, or to give you more time to focus on the higher leverage thing. This is really all we're doing. So every single decision in a business can be actually filtered down into these 3 things. So I have a thought experiment for you. What behaviors right now are 1, making my work more effective towards these 3 things, and 2, making my work less effective towards these 3 things. Because there's nothing that you will do day to day other than these 3 things, like taking ice baths or waking up at a certain time. You can, like, literally, I'm dead serious about this, you can sleep until 12 every day if you do these 3 things. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever people tell you about making your bed at 4 a.m. or waking up at 4 a.m., it doesn't matter, because if you don't do these 3 things, your business will not grow. So think about it for a second. Working harder makes the business grow. If you're doing anything other than working harder in the business, it should be eliminated if your main priority is the business. So there's a caveat here, which let's just get this out of the way. I know I'm going to have to mention it because there's going to be some comments down below. If your business isn't your main goal, discard everything I'm saying in this video, and I'm dead serious. If you're in it to gain Instagram followers and be an influencer, or to show off ice baths because you like showing off ice baths, just ignore this advice right here, because that's completely fine. This is not applicable. But if you're actually serious about growing an agency or a service business at all, then every single decision that you make should be aligned to increasing personal output. You should be doing actions, taking actions, and getting a result from it in the business, and it should align with those 3 things I just mentioned. This is extremely important in the beginner stage when the business is only an extension of you and you only. There isn't actually anybody else to carry your weight or cut you any slack on what you don't want to do. So this makes it even more extremely important to eliminate everything and do the things that are actually going to grow the business. Because I tell everybody who works with me right now, it's like, you're going to go through like 3 or 4 months of pure pain. And nobody's going to tell you that if they want to sell you on a $97 course or school community, whatever it is. Nobody's going to tell you that it's painful as hell for the first 3 to 4 months because, I don't know, they're not making the sale anymore. But the reality actually is, and I'm not going to set any false expectations to you because this is the reality of it. It's extremely difficult to grow a business, and even more difficult in the startup phase where you're like, I don't know how to contact these people. Okay, I can't hire for it yet because I can't train anybody to do it. It's just me. So it's extremely important that you follow this advice in the beginning if you're trying to start a business. It's just you, and it's only you, because this is just amplified. This advice is completely amplified because when you hire someone, you can sit around all day while that person works, and they're getting the outputs for you. They're booking the appointments for you. They're running the ads for you. Whatever you have hired, they're doing that for you. All you have to do is manage them. But in the case it's just you have to have everything in order to achieve those outputs. The next thing here that is extremely self-explanatory, and I still have to say it because it's very congruent to what we're talking about, in the beginning of the business, you have nobody to test your product with yet. You have nobody to deliver your Facebook ads for, all the automations, whatever it is. You have nobody to do that with. So what's your priority then if you have nobody to deliver and you have nobody to sell on this thing yet? It's just reaching out to people. If you're going to actually identify one lever to pull, like the biggest lever possible that you can actually have money coming out the other side, and you just have to pull this lever, it's literally getting down on your computer every day and simply calling people up and pitching them on what your service is and what you're going to provide for them, and what time you're going to save them, what you're guaranteeing them, and what service you're providing. That's what you should be doing for 3 to 4 hours a day, until you have time to then take the sales calls from those calls you're doing, or from the DMs you're doing, or from the emails you're doing. Whatever it is, you just have to do that advertising because it's the one thing that's going to move the business forward like nothing else in the beginning. And that's why 99% of business owners fail, is that they actually don't want to do the unsexy stuff, such as sitting at the computer for 3 hours and calling people. So just make it a rule in your life. If you're going to actually structure something or going to have a routine day to day, it's just reaching out to people for 3 to 4 hours a day, letting them know you have something to sell them and offering it to them to their face. The next one is dopamine detoxing. And this is just something I did when I was starting, and it contributed to me getting more output. So this is absolutely congruent to what we were talking about before with getting more output from the business. But what this does is allows your brain to enjoy the work instead of every time sitting at your computer wanting to play some video games or wanting to scroll on Instagram Reels. Because I've experienced this, and I'm not going to lie to you, if I play video games, like maybe in the last 6 months, if I went out for an hour with my friends because we're playing a video game on our phone, I don't want to work after. I seriously don't want to work after. It's something that completely drains your energy, and all your motivation chemicals are firing the same way as if you were working, but on a video game that's virtual, and it doesn't matter, and it has no significance in your life, and your brain is just obsessing over that thing you just played for an hour, and it's just got the most dopamine you've ever had for a few months, and you're like, I don't want to do anything now. And this could apply the exact same way to anything that invokes dopamine in your life that removes your focus from your business towards that thing that really doesn't matter too much. You're not going to make money off of Instagram Reels unless your whole Instagram Reels feed is filled with salespeople or agency owners, which it probably isn't at this point. It's probably some memes that you're laughing at every day and you're just getting some quick dopamine fixes off. There is zero reason that you should be on social media if you're growing an agency. And when I was starting my agency, what would it be, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now-ish, I deleted every single thing off my phone. I went so extreme that I wouldn't listen to music. And I'm so serious. I would go to the gym every morning. I would not listen to music. It would just be dead silence. And it was that extreme. I didn't have social media installed at all. I had everything blocked from my phone, everything from my computer. It's because you actually do not need social media if you're an agency owner. Unless it's like posting some testimonials on your Instagram page and then deleting the app after, which I'd recommend doing. Then it's useless. Again, it's just dopamine that you have no reason to enjoy if your main priority is working on a business. It is absolutely useless to do so. To summarize it all up, if your dopamine receptors are all messed up, you will find minimal, if not zero, joy in sitting down at a computer for 3 hours and calling people and pitching them on a service, because your mind is just focused on the thing that is doing nothing for you. So you might as well get rid of it. And I'm going to tell you that your work will become significantly easier if you do this. This is just a testament to my own story and what I did. This therefore decreases your output significantly, not enjoying anything you do. If you don't enjoy your work, you don't actually enjoy sitting down, making some calls or writing up some documents or doing the boring stuff, you will resort to the iPhone. You will resort to the video game. Whatever it is grabbing your attention, therefore decreasing your output. And I'm tying everything to the foundational principle of this video, what I talked about at the beginning, which is output thinking. You're discouraging the things that takes you away from your work and encouraging the things that actually allow you to work on the business. That's all it is. And I don't think anybody watching this video is going to say, my ice bath, taking it in the morning, makes me work for 5 more hours in a day. I don't think anybody's going to say that. And that's why I just don't like these 3-hour morning routines that people vouch for when they're a millionaire, because the reality is that ice bath didn't make them a millionaire. They just got to be a millionaire by putting in the inputs and focusing on the output thinking like we're talking about, and then started to do an ice bath, made them feel a little better in the morning, and started vouching for the ice bath, made them rich. And that's what everybody does, and I'm just going to sit here and say it, even though they won't admit it because it's part of their brand now. There's no reason why you should be doing a 2-hour morning routine. Just sit down, wake up, and start working. Do the stuff that's actually going to encourage the outputs, which is making money. Next thing is decision fatigue, which is a side thing, which I think you should also focus on. Not as important as the rest on this list, but still up there with importance. Every trivial decision you make, every obvious choice you make is still a choice. And what you find is the more decisions you make throughout the day with your business, the lower quality the decision becomes. So your decision-making ability goes downwards the whole day as you make more decisions. Okay, so that's actually really important because as an entrepreneur, the quality of your decisions matters a lot because, especially in the beginning, like I said before, it's just an extension of you. It's all your decisions mapped out onto a business, which you've created, which nobody else has had input to because you don't have anybody hired, whatever it is. What you want to do is pre-plan these decisions the night before. Get all the decisions out of the way so that you don't have to make 10 decisions right when you wake up. Like, what food should I eat? What clothes should I wear? What time should I go to the gym? Should I do this thing or not? Should I talk to this person or not? Like, it just drains your mental energy. And as an entrepreneur, you need tons of mental energy. So just do all of this the night before. Because these things are not hard decisions to make, but still a decision, which lowers your quality of your decisions. So it's really important. So remove all these low priority choices throughout your day. Okay. So every day I wake up, I have a bunch of clothes that are hung in my closet. I just grab something and go. That's all I need to do. And it might be seeming obvious or trivial or annoying that I'm even saying this, but it actually is important. Because if you make 20 decisions in the morning, you go to cold call, your responses might be worse. Your brain fog is starting to come in. You don't want to work anymore because you just did all this stuff. It feels like you actually have done a full work day before you actually got there. So just remove all these, okay? So you can actually focus on the big decisions. The next tip is what we call the big domino. So Tim Ferriss had this idea of getting that one thing done that makes all of the other tasks irrelevant. So I'll give a few examples of this. If you're an agency owner, you're starting off, it's going to be advertising, like I just said. If you advertise for 3 to 4 hours a day and do nothing else and record no other VSLs and you record no content, that is the big domino. That is the one thing you should do that knocks all other tasks to be completely irrelevant. Just that thing. As an example in my business, recording these videos is significantly important because the more people looking at my face makes all of my advertising cheaper online because you recognize my face. The bigger my brand gets on YouTube, the more people recognize my stuff, the lower the ad costs for my own face on the ads. That's my big domino. So in summary with all of this, it's simply finding that one task and getting it done. And this could be applicable in sales as well. Like if I need to get this person I'm selling on the sales call to believe one thing, just one thing, the big domino of sales, what will it be? So now you have a big domino of every single realm of your life. And it's like, I just need to do this one thing. And now it knocks all these decisions into irrelevance when you made the big decision. So find that one thing throughout your day, every single day. Plan it the night before. Like I just said, you have one task to do that makes all the other ones small, and just do that one thing. And if you get the small ones done, that's also great. and now you have a very good day on your hands. But if you get that one thing done, it means you're progressing really fast. And my next point is called sleep chronotypes. And this is something I discovered maybe 6 months ago, and it's really helped me a lot in business. It's actually discovering that every single individual person has a different sleep chronotype in their genetics. What this means is that not everybody is wired to be productive at the same time of day, every day. We're all very different. Our biology is very different. Everybody has a peak performance window in which they're the most productive. This is actually scientifically true, and I've read the studies, and it's very interesting. What you can do is test, or if you're an advanced person in business, you could say split test the times of day that you're the most productive and find what works for you. For me, it's anywhere between 5 and 10 a.m. or 5 to 11 a.m. After that time frame, I get more tired and more tired and more tired, but that's kind of the hours in which I get the most quality work done every single day. Right now, it's 11 a.m. It's just finishing that block, and I gotta start taking calls after this, coaching calls, onboarding calls that require less brain energy than actually quality work that needs to be done. So with you can find this by testing it, and there's usually 3 types that are common, or the most common. One is morning lark, so it's me. It's waking up early and having peak productivity in the early hours of the day, so I'm more alert in the morning. Secondly is night owl, so I naturally feel more awake and creative in the evening or late at night. That's not me, but a lot of people, like, they can sleep until 12 in the middle of the afternoon and get all their work done from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And that's just how their body functions. And they will still get the same amount of stuff done as the person who wakes up at 4, but their block is just late at night, right? So waking up in the morning isn't everything. It's how much quality work can you actually get done, and whatever time it is, doesn't really matter too much. Next one is intermediate types, and the most common archetype here, or chronotype, is the people that just wake up at 8 a.m. And this is the most common, and they're the most productive from like 9 a.m. till like 2 p.m. It's just literally late morning to afternoon, and they're the most productive there. But find which one you are, and then do your most quality work at that time where you're feeling the most focused, the most energized, whatever it is, and try to see when you can work to fit that in. Because really, it means a lot when all of your work is timed to be really, really locked in and really focused and getting a lot of quality work done. It makes things easier. Hope you enjoyed this video. This has worked for me. I have no routine. I just follow these principles. Get the stuff done you need to get done. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.